Okay.
About 3-4 months ago, I was dealing with high blood pressure, and I was on medication from 2 different doctors, and struggling with my blood pressure spiking, and I was extremely dizzy, and I work construction, and I found myself going into construction meetings and feeling dizzy and feeling like I was going to pass out. I really wasn't able to function very well, you know, and just doctors were saying it was all stress and it wasn't so much the blood pressure and the medication. And it got to the extreme where I was driving down the freeway and my blood pressure would spike and I'd pull off to the side of the road. A couple times I actually laid in the back of my truck for an hour trying to get, to stabilize it. Not knowing really what to do, I was pretty frustrated. And my wife was watching Marilyn Hickey on TV, and Dr. Bob was on the program, and neither one of us had ever heard of Dr. Bob. And my wife came out, I was outside in the yard, and my wife came out and said, "Boy, I just heard this interesting conversation with Marilyn Hickey and this Dr. Bob, and guess what? He's in Elyria, Ohio. He's not that far from you."
How far are we?
Well, for me, it's about an hour and 20 minutes drive.
Okay, so that's important because we have people, believe it or not, that don't want to drive 3 miles to come into the office. Isn't that interesting?
Well, compared to going down to downtown Cleveland, to the Cleveland Clinic, and dealing with the parking and all the frustration of that, this is a pleasant drive to the west side of Cleveland, and I'm able to listen to some teaching tapes on the way, so it's a real blessing to be able to just drive over here. And the way Dr. Bob is set up, you're not here very long. It's set up with a credit card where you basically get a card that looks like a credit card, and you go in, you swipe your card, you go sit at the table, sit down and wait for a table, and it's only minutes that you're here. My drive is an hour and 20 minutes, and my visit is 15 minutes.
But it's awesome. Best 15 minutes of your life, isn't it?
It's such a well-organized facility. It's amazing. I've never been in an atmosphere like this. When I first came, I made an appointment with Dr. Bob I didn't realize what what was involved. I didn't realize he was even a chiropractor. I came for an appointment and I went through a chiropractic evaluation and came back a couple days later, and he went through with what was happening in my body, worked with me, and this has only been two and a half months.
Best 2.5 months of your life?
Amen. Amen. Best 2.5 months. I slowly started weaning myself, off of these medications, and in 2.5 months, I've now not had any medication for 1 week, and the dizziness has disappeared. The feelings of not being able to breathe properly and stress and being able to just function and breathe has gotten tremendously better.
You know, Jeff, that is so awesome. And I know that people watching us right now, wherever you're at in the world, if you have high blood pressure, go to www.northcoastchiro.net. I promise you, you'll be glad you did.